Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creativity. This is Jennifer. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am here tonight to share a little crafting time with you and a little Halloween time. All right, I feel like, there we go. I feel like I was like sitting right in front of my camera. Whoa, got a very good close-up of me. All right, so I'm going to give everybody a minute to find me. Hopefully it comes in very good for you. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I am a hot mess. I have been on a scrapbook retreat all weekend, getting revived and rejuvenated with all kinds of creativity. I've got all kinds of classes ready to go. Hello, Debbie. If you ordered the Creativity Club, I've got 90% of that pre-cut and ready to go. It goes out on Friday of this week. Craft Along, I've got it ready. I just got to get it packaged and ready to go. It will be in the mail on Tuesday if you ordered the Craft Along. If you did not order Craft Along, you can still join me. I will be live on Monday, the 29th of September at 7 p.m. doing the Craft Along, and it's going to be with the little squirrel. It's called Fluffy Squirrel. And then Creativity Club will go out on Friday as well. So I am working on seeing what club is going to be next month. If you don't know what club is a monthly subscription. It is $45. You subscribe to it, and every month I will send you projects, and it comes out to be about $20 to $25 in free product, and then you get 5 projects with step-by-step instructions to make your projects as well. So if you're interested in club, it is in the links. Just go ahead and click on it, and that will take you straight to the link to register for that. All right, so let me get my desktop pulled up. Hello, Dora. Let me get my desktop pulled up so when I flip the cameras, I can see comments. I have a lot to share with you tonight. I've got a surprise. I'm going to see how it goes. Okay, so let me get my desktop pulled up. Shucks. Hold on. Let me get my got blowed up here too much. So when I flip the cameras, I can see. There we go. All right, got everything taken care of there. Okay, so tonight, I am not a big Halloween person. We don't do Halloween very well, much at my home. Even when my kids were little, we didn't do a lot of the Halloween stuff. We do more of the fall carnival type events. But I have some cute Halloween cards that I want to share with you tonight. I am using the Spooky Halloween bundle. This one here. I have featured this before on the product of the week, or it might have been the online exclusive. But this is an online exclusive item if you're interested in it. And I will share that once I flip the camera down. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. I just want to start out by saying I am so humbled and blessed for the support that I have gotten from you guys for the year of Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up year runs from October the 1st through September the 30th. And about, I want to say probably about 3 weeks ago, I did a little thermometer out on my page as my goal was to achieve the incentive trip this year that Stampin' Up is giving. Well, it's not a give. Let me take that back. It is a earned incentive trip. If you meet certain goals with Stampin' Up and certain sale amounts every year with Stampin' Up, they treat you at the end of the year with a incentive trip. And my goal was to get it. This year it's going to Alaska. As you can see over there, that is my chart. right there. That is my chart, and I have colored it in as I have earned sales. So I realized probably 5, maybe 4 months ago, there was just no way that I was going to reach that. It was back in the summer that I realized I was not going to reach the incentive trip. So I sat down and I looked at my sales and I looked at my classes and I looked at everything that I've been doing as a demonstrator, and I set new goals. And I am just so humbled to tell you, about 3 weeks ago, I put it out there how much I was short in reaching my goal. And for the thanks of each and every one of you that has placed orders, supported me, I have achieved that goal. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so blessed that you support and believe in me. And I am excited that I did reach that year-end goal that I did set as a second goal. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am blessed and humbled that I get to share my creativity with you. All right, so with that being said, we are getting ready to start into a new Stamping Up year. And over the weekend, while I was at my retreat, I have started working on new goals, new plans, and new everything. And one of the goals that I want to achieve this year is to grow my team. My team is called Stampin' Scrappers. I have a total of 7 direct team members under me, and I have 3 second level, and I am going to set my goal as one of them in achieving to growing my team. I want to grow Stamping Scrappers. So if you are interested in, even if it's a hobby, you don't have to do it as a business. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to do YouTube things. You don't have to do social media at all. If you just want to get the kit to be encouraged and inspired by all the wonderful product and being part of a team where you get support, inspiration, growth, whatever it is, I would love to talk with you about that. And I will be going more in depth on that in the near future once we get the new year going. But we're going to finish up our stamping year this year, and we are going to be fabulous in doing it. Thank you, Dora. Yes, I have been, and that is one of my goals, is to grow my team. And the other goal is I want the incentive trip that is being offered in 2027. The trip is going to Costa Rica for a week. And so I am working on setting goals to achieve that, as well as growing my team. My husband is very excited. I will say this is the first time since I've been a demonstrator for 9 years that my husband has been excited about any of the incentive things that Stampin' Up does. So that encourages me even more to strive to work. So thank you. I hope you still support me. I hope each and every one of you stick with me through it. And let's get to crafting and having fun, because I do have lots to share with you tonight. All right. So thank y'all so much. All right, let's turn this camera around and let's have some crafting fun, because I have been crafting all weekend and I have not had enough crafting time. So I am here tonight with you to share some more crafting with you. All right, so let's just dive in and do that. So here we go. We're going to turn our camera around, and I hope this is going to work. I played with my video stuff earlier, so I am hoping I have it all set up. Why is that? All right. Hopefully that's going to work. Also, I got a new desktop. So once I start the projects, thank you, Debbie. Once I start the projects, if this is too white, let me know if it's too hard for you guys to see projects. So if it is, I'll switch it out. but I really like this. So, if it's too light, just let me know and we will work on that. All right, so again, here is the bundle that we are using today. It's called Spooky Halloween. And like I said, we don't do a lot of Halloween here in my family. But I do like to do the cutesy Halloween. And we got a Frankenstein doggy and a our little witch cat here. So I thought this was kind of cute, and this is more of my Halloween style. So and then the stamp says, God, happy Halloween, spooky, don't worry, eat sweets, and no tricks, all treats. So I'm going to share with you. Also, it comes with these gorgeous dies that you can cut out your items with as well. This is an online exclusive item. And after the video, I can go back in and share the link to that because I did not get that done. That is not in this video, but I will be happy to do that. I need to grab one thing and then we will get started. All right, so here are the projects that we're going to work on tonight. Are you ready? Because they are so cute. All right, so here is card one. Let's move these out of the way. I feel very cluttered today. I'm sorry. So there's card one. Here is card two. Here is card three, and this is a fun fold, and I just realized I did not stamp a sentiment for this one, so I've got to stamp a sentiment. And then here is project 5. It is a treat envelope using 12 by 12 designer series paper, and it holds this Reese peanut butter pumpkin. But this is a pocket folder treat, and I'm going to share with you how to make that. Now, for the projects for this week, if you place a minimum $40 order, you will get all of the supplies to make these projects. Oh, yes, Dora, you're so funny. You're so funny. I am actually trying to put a new Facebook Live in my schedule, and a fun fold has came up in my mind. It will probably have to be, it probably will start out as a pre-recorded video that I post. But yes, I have got that on my idea jot down list, is a fun fold weekend or a Facebook Live on a Sunday, say like the 3rd or the 4th Sunday of every month is going to be a fun fold. So yes, I am fixing to change it up and get some fun fold cards going. But if you place a minimum of a $40 order, you will get the projects right here to do for your order. And these are free. All right. So there is that. Now, I also said I had a little surprise for you. So here is the surprise. This is going to be a, we're going to start off with it first. And it is a scrapbook layout. I want to try to start doing some scrapbooking in the class, so we are going to try this. I'm going to see what time looks like, if I will be able to do both pages or if I'm only going to get one page done. But I have everything pre-cut and ready to go. This is using the Halloween kit that is an online exclusive. Let me grab it real quick. It is called Sweet Halloween. Okay, So this is called Sweet Halloween. Our scrapbook kits come with a step-by-step instructions, and you make 3 layouts and you do 2-page layouts. And when I say step-by-step, it tells you how to cut the paper. It shows you the color paper that you're using. And then in the very back of our kit, project sheets, it tells you right here how you assemble each one of the projects. All right, so let's see if I can do this. I've got it all ready. So I am really excited about this. So hopefully this is going to go over quite well. So let's get started with our projects. And I'm going to move everything out of the way because I've got each part. I went ahead and separated everything so we didn't have to go through that during the live. So what I want to do is I'm going to take my cardstock, and the kit comes with the cardstock, okay? And the designer paper, the stickers, everything you need is in that scrapbook kit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my adhesive on the back here. And when I scrapbook, I am kind of a heavy tape runner person. And I was a scrapbooker before I was a card maker. So I am so excited that Stampin' Up! Has brought back the scrapbooking kits. And I am working on getting some things together for scrapbooking. All right, so then what we're going to do is we've got 2 pieces of our designer series paper, and we're going to go ahead and put those down. Now, this will not be included in the oh, shucks, I put the tape on the wrong side. No, I didn't. I did that right. This is not included in the free wood purchase. That is only the cards, okay? Only the cards will be in the free purchase order special. Maybe one day I will get the scrapbooking in the free wood purchase, but for now, it is not included. All right, so we're going to just put this down, and then we're going to take this strip, and we're going to put it on the bottom piece, and we're going to layer this, okay? Now, I actually had to change this up a little bit because my pictures, the one thing that I struggle with is the pictures going in the wrong direction. So I just had to change the layout just a little bit because of that. Hello, my friend Kathy. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend. All right. We are getting started. I am going to share a scrapbook piece, and then we are going to do our cards that I have prepped. You know me, I love dimensionals, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to put our dimensionals on here because I love my titles to pop up. And I'm putting a couple on it because this is kind of a large one, so I don't want it to sag. Now, I'm not going to pull the backs off of it just yet. We're going to wait, but I believe my title is going to go right there. But let's wrap up the project first, and then we will go from there. All right, so also what comes in the scrapbook kits is the 4x6 sheets. Also, there is like 3x3 photo mats. So if I just wanted to go, if I was at something and I didn't have time to print my pictures, Stampin' Up! Puts these in because you can place them on here and then you've already got it to go when you decide to get your pictures done. But also what I do is I use these mats as my photo mat instead of a piece of cardstock, because this is basic white print there. So, and once you put your picture down, you don't see it. So this is my niece, or my great niece, I should say. Her name is Arabella, and it is a tradition at my house that everybody comes to my house and we carve our pumpkins. So this is her. After she carved it, then we go put them on my front porch, and we have a blast in getting them all laid out. So my porch is very lit up during the fall. Actually, I've got to get my date on the schedule for everybody to come and do their pumpkin carving. We have a lot of fun when it comes to pumpkin carving. So there is another one. And then I got one more photo that's, oh, got a runaway bat. And then this one here's got all of them in there. My 3 grands and my great niece. And then my mom, while we were trying to take the pictures, she snuck in the background. And we didn't know it until after the fact. So, but it's okay. So it worked out. All right, so we're going to put them up at the top. I think this is how we're going to do this layout. Let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to scoot them over, scoot that there. We're going to take the title to the top. So I just changed the layout around to where they fit my photos. Okay, so now we're going to take this and put it here. We're going to put our little bear fairy there. All right, now let's see, we need look at there. See, I'm glad I did not put that down because I put it wrong. All right, let's take these off and see if I can save them, because this strip don't go here. This strip goes at the bottom. All right, so we're going to just fix this right up. Nobody's going to know that I did a boo-boo. We're going to put that right there, and nobody's going to know. All right, so we're going to put our dimensionals back. So that's going to go up there. This green goes under this photo. Now this might be a little tricky, but we're going to try it. Let's see. Nope, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and hook this down. This little tab right here is going to be my journal tab. So I'm not going to journal while we're on here, but this is the journal tab. Hello, Karen. Let's pop up the fairy bear. Okay. We are working on the Sweet Halloween scrapbook layout. This is the special treat that I said was going to be in my video tonight. She looks like a ghost. Yeah. She moves around like a ghost, Debbie. That child does not sit still. It's hard getting a picture. We're lucky to get at least one picture of her. She is definitely a wild child, full of wonderful energy. All right, so we're going to put our little fairy right there on the corner. Now, we've got a couple of things going on. We're going to go ahead and hook these down because this is how I want my layout. So let me go ahead and put my adhesive on the back here. Okay. Perfect. Come on. I know you're tired. I'm tired too. tape runner was giving me a hard time to moving. All right, so let's do this. All right. And it's okay. Those are going to overlap just a little bit, but that'll be okay. All right, so there is that. Now what I want to do is this is the I want to put the sticker that says the Boo Crew. So I am going to stick this. How about, so I don't want to use this as a sticker. I want to use this as my dimensional. So I'm going to make this non-sticky by, let me grab that real quick. So if you take our embossing buddy, hold on, oh goodness, all right, we'll just take this one. If you take our embossing buddy and you don't want it to be a sticker because you want to use dimensionals, if you take our embossing buddy, let me move this off of the table there. If you take our embossing buddy and you just tap the back side of a sticker, it takes the stickiness out, and then you can put dimensionals on it. So see, now it's not sticky at all. So you can use the embossing buddy. Also, there's several different ways. You can put it on your pants leg and kind of tap your pants legs to get it to where it's not sticky. There's all kinds of things that you can do. But if you want to use dimensionals on stickers, you do need to make sure it's not sticky, because if you put it in an album, that's going to make your sticker sag, because it's going to stick to the paper and not pop up. All right, so we're going to take the backs off here, and we're going to put the Boo Crew right there. We're going to go ahead and put this down, so we need to take all these little dimensional backings off. Okay. This is going to go right up at the top here. That's going to be frightfully cute. Love it. All right. Now we've got a little candy corn. I'm going to go ahead and just put some adhesive on it. And this is going to go down in the bottom corner right there. We got a little bat that I'm going to put on here. And we're going to put that right up here. All right. And then it calls for this lollipop, but I don't know if I really want to put the lollipop on there. So I'm not going to mess with that right now, because I don't know if I really want that on there. All right, so let's do the page 1 real quick. All right, so let's switch it out. Like I said, I've already got everything pre-cut, so hopefully it will go by pretty quickly. This one was kind of tricky for me just because of picture sizes and, well, let's go to the right one. Okay. This one, like I said, was kind of tricky because of all the sizes of my pictures and the project itself. So we've got our designer series paper here. We have our 2 trees that we need. And these are all punch out stickers. Everything I'm using came from the scrapbook kit. Okay, so there's no extra things. All you do is buy that one kit, and all of these supplies come in it. We're going to go ahead and stick our moon down, because I did have trouble with this earlier. So we're going to stick our moon about right there. All right. And then we are going to pull these off. These are stickers, so we're going to leave them as stickers. Make sure I didn't leave off anything. Okay. And then we're going to pull these up. We're going to stick these down. I'm trying to mark it as I'm going here because, like I said, this one was a little tricky because I have lots of pictures. And I didn't even get to get all the pictures that I wanted of our Halloween because, like I said, this is a big thing for us because the whole family comes together and we carve pumpkins and all that fun stuff. I'm hoping to get those pictures done and we'll post them later in the week so you can just see our carving process. We actually take my dining room table, I'm at my kitchen table, and we plaster it down, and the kids go to town with cleaning their pumpkins out and then get into carving them and putting designs in them. We have a blast. All right, so we're going to put this down just like this. And I hope, I hope my tradition never goes away with all the kids getting older. I'm getting kind of nervous that it is going to dwindle off, but hopefully they will continue to do it because we do have lots of fun. All right, let's get this on here straight. Come on. There we go. Now, all right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the little stripping out. Before I do that, I have this one piece of designer series paper that we need to hook down, and we're going to put the adhesive on the back side of it. All right. And we're going to put that, let's see, right there. And I am not one of these when I scrapbook that I have to have a ruler to make sure it is so many inches from where it needs. I'm not that kind of person. I just put everything down, kind of eyeball it, enjoy my photos the way I designed them. And then when I come home from retreats, things like that, when my family gets my books and goes through them, it just warms my heart that my books do matter to them. And in my new house, I actually have bookshelves that is built in. So they're going to be on display at all times. And I'm so excited about that. All right, so let's go ahead and get our pictures down. All right, so let's put these down. And once I get ready to put my pictures in, I take one of those fiber cloths and wipe my photos down to get all the fingerprints off of them. I'm just not going to do that in the video because we got some special other projects to work on too. And I just want to make sure we get it all in and try my best to stay within our hour. Because that is a big deal. All right, so these are pictures of our pumpkins. Once the kids get done carving the pumpkins, they want us to take a picture of it before we go inside or outside with them. And this was my granddaughter Caroline, my granddaughter Ella there. Sorry, I have twin granddaughters for those that don't know. So sometimes they get called each other's name. All right, so here we go. Now, before I worry about distributing my photos, I have this spooky house that's got to go in here. So we're going to put it down first. And I think I want to put some dimensionals on it instead of gluing it down. You can do either, but I I'm big time dimensional person when it comes to my photo album, my scrapbooks. I love dimensional. So that's why my books are so fat. I got some really, really, really fat books. Before we started carrying scrapbooking stuff, I used Close to My Heart albums. And, no, not Close to My Heart, excuse me, Creative Memory albums. And my consultant for Creative Memories, she gets on to me all the time when she sees my books because I pack them to the rim. And to my defense, I have to, because my daughter told me I had to cut back on my scrapbooks because she's not going to have a place to put all my books. So I pack them as full as I can. But I have gotten a lot better at it. All right, so here we go. Let's put this right between our trees. I think I want to tuck this under. Nope, that's not going to be able to tuck since we put dimensionals on there. All right, so let's put our house right there. All right, so now we're ready to kind of mingle our pictures on here to the best of our ability. Like I said, this is going to be really tricky because my photos are really big. I'm going to scoot that one. Probably going to have to do that. I'm not going to tape them down yet. I'm just trying to get them on here so we can see. I might not be able to get them all on here. I might have to table this and play with it because I don't know. I might have to cut my photos down some more because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get them on here. I don't want to cover her head up. So this is going to need to go there. All right, so I might have to play with this one because it's too big. Let's take this one up just a little bit. All right, we'll do that. That way, I think I could do this. I need to, yesterday, when I pre-cut this out for this video, I should have taken a photo of how I was able to get all the pictures in. I think I got it, though. I think. All right, let's put the adhesive on this photo. I think I got it, guys. We're going to scoot this one up kind of like we did the other tree. All right. And then we've got room for this one now. Oh, no. I ran out of adhesive. Hold on, guys. Back up on the way. All right. Rescued. All right, so now let's see how we're going to put this one. All right, we're going to just overlap that one a little bit. Like I said, this one was going to be tricky because I had so much stuff on here. I have this little bat that we're going to go ahead and put our dimensional on it because, you know, bats has got to be popped up. All right, and we're going to put the bat right there. Where else would you put the bat? All right, and then we got these little trick-or-treaters. This one is the little, I don't know what you would call him. What would you call him? I don't know. We got this little trick-or-treater. And then we got the flying pig here. I know what he is. So we're going to color the little pail. Instead of leaving it white, we're going to color his little pail. Okay. And on here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to color this pale. All right. Now, we're going to color, I want to color the door Granny Apple Green. And my Granny Apple is about out. And it's really telling me that. We're going to color our door pumpkins. I am so ready to get pumpkins and put on my doorstep and decorate. That is my weekend project, is to get my yard decorated for the fall, as well as my house, because we still have not got that done. All right, so now we're going to put our little characters here. Not sure what you call it, but we're going to put him right there. And since the pig wants to be flying, where are we going to put the pig? You want to put the pig right there? I think we're going to put the pig right there. All right, so there is the scrapbooking. Oh, the sticker here is Let the Fun Begin. And we're going to stick that. Let's take the sticker piece off since I'm putting it on Petunia Pop. Back to back like that. Let's put dimensionals on here. And we will then put it on there and it will stand out. Oh, you know what we could do? We could put this right in the rooftop. Oh, I like that. So there. All right, so there's ways that you can work around, just like I did, in getting your projects completed. Uh-oh, we got another bat. You can work around getting your projects done, even though your pictures don't match the actual layout. You can still tweak it around to where it does work. All right, so there is your surprise project for tonight. Let's do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get both of them in the camera, but there is the layout. So that is your 2-page layout. And this is, and I'll scoot this one in so you can see it. And this is from the Sweet Halloween Scrapbook Kit. 3 Stampin' Up. All right, let's move over to our card projects now. We have got, let's do this one first. We've got 4 card projects. These will be included in your minimum $40 order. You will get these projects for free when you place an order for $40. All right, now I've already got a lot of this done, so just hang tight. I just need to switch over and grab my stuff. Let's see, bone folder here. All right. And we've got our card base and our designer paper. We're going to stamp directly onto the designer paper here. And this designer paper came out of the Sweet Halloween designer paper. All right. Where's my stamps at? Thanks, Debbie. All right, so we're doing No Tricks, All Treats stamp set. Or stamp, all right? And then we're going to stamp it directly in there. So we're going to lay that down. I want that to be kind of straight. We're going to put our block on there. And I want to get a foam mat, since this is photopolymer here. Let's get a foam mat. You will get a better stamped image when you do that. All right, and we're going to do right here. Perfect. All right. And then I have the little guy here. Let's see. I have already done this, so I just wanted to share with you how it goes. But I'm trying to find a scrap piece of cardstock. Oh my gosh. Why do I not have scrap? So, yes, Kathy, I did meet my goal. Thank you for asking. Thank you for helping me. Oh, thank y'all for the hearts. Oh, thank you guys. That means so much to me. Oh my gosh, thank y'all so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get back to the cards. But yes, Kathy, I did meet the goal. I am so blessed and humbled that I did. Okay. All right, so this is the little Frankenstein. We're going to take him and we're going to stamp him on the card base here, or a piece of scrap, okay? And then what I did is I took my embellishments then, and not embellishment, my Stampin' Blends, excuse me. Took the Stampin' Blends here, and I used Pumpkin Pie and Mossy Meadow. Let's see, where's my other Pumpkin Pie? And we also going to use the Smoky Slate. And what I did is I just took it and I went ahead and I colored it before I did anything else. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in with the dark Pumpkin Pie. All right. And then we are going to take the Mossy Meadow. Oh, and we're going to color his shirt. Then we can take the Smoky Slate and we're going to color his shirt. And then his pants. Isn't he cute? He is so cute. All right, we're going to take our ivory blend and we're going to color his skin tone. All right, there is our little Frankenstein that goes right there. Then what I did is I took the dies and I took the little Frankenstein and he goes right over there just like that. And then you run this through the embossing machine. And when you do that, you get this cute little guy. All right, so I've already did that, but I just wanted to share with you how to run it, to cut it and run it through. The only thing I needed to do with him is because this weekend I forgot to take my Smoky Slate Stampin' Blend, so I couldn't color this part in. So let's do that real quick. because I totally didn't think about this color. So there we go. Now he is ready to have some adhesive on him, and then he is going to go straight right here. Like, hey dude, I'm here. So we're going to put our adhesive on. We're going to mount this on a piece of basic black. We're going to take our card base and we're going to fold it over. And I've already got it ready to go. And then we're going to take and put our adhesive on here. And we're going to put this on the card front. And there is that. Now, let's get... let's see. Let me grab the embellishments. Let me grab the embellishments for this set. Thought I had them right there. All right. Here we go. I haven't totally unpacked from my weekend retreat, so I apologize for that. All right, so these are the embellishments called Shimmer Star Foam Stickers. And that is exactly what they are. These little things are foam and they're squishy. So when you go to take them up, you have to be real careful because it doesn't take a lot of pressure to get them up. So we're going to use the black stars. We're going to do a big one and we're going to put right there. And then we're going to do one of the medium size and we're going to stick it right there. And then let's do one of the little ones and we're going to put it right there. All right, so there is card number 1. Up, we got to put our little pumpkin. I went ahead and cut the pumpkin too and got it colored because, you know, we got to have our pumpkin. All right. There we go. And I just slipped it right under his hand like he's holding the pumpkin. All right. So there's card number 1. All right. Let's go to card number 2. We're going to do this one. And I will make sure we have a sentiment on the inside of that. I totally forgot to do that. So with this one, I am using the pumpkin pie, the smoky slate, the designer series paper out of Spooky... what's it called? Spooky Sweet. I used the arch dies to cut this out. This is basic black along with the designer series paper. And this is actually a fun fold. All right, so let's get started with this. We have got our stuff ready. I am going to go ahead and fold our card base. Okay, and we are going to do this. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to stamp our sentiment on the inside. And let's see, what are we going to do? I'm going to say, don't worry, eat sweets. And let's just stamp that going right across there. And we're going to go ahead and stamp it directly in the black. And there we go. Now, we're going to open our card base. And let's go ahead and put this down on the inside of our card. Now, we got to do our fun fold. So you've got your regular card. You're going to take your top flap and you're going to fold it over and meet your score line. All right. You're going to guide it right to the score line. And then you're going to press this down and fold it. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and run across there. All right. And that way you have your fun fold. Now I'm going to take my strip of designer paper. Got an extra piece there. We're going to take our designer series paper here that's been pre-cut. And we're going to put this across here. And this is going to go right on the front of our cover. All right. Now we're going to take our arches. And these came from the Everyday Arch die set for Stampin' Up. And we're going to turn this inside here. We're going to take our hippo and we're going to put our hippo straight on the card. Right on the center of the designer paper. We're going to take our black baker twine and we're going to tie a double bow. So let's get that ready. Oops, hold on. Get a bow tied. Hopefully the fingers are going to work. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Love it when it comes together, guys. All right, so now we're going to snip this off a little bit because it's too long. And we're going to take our glue dot and we're going to put a glue dot right on the back of the twine here. And we're going to put this right at the top of our hippo's neckline, just like that. Now, I want to put dimensionals on this, but because it's a fun fold, you only want to do the side right there so your card does open and close. Because if you don't, then you're going to close it off and it will not open and shut. So we're going to just put 3 right along the line there. And then, of course, we're going to pull those off. And we're going to stick this straight onto our card there. And then I want to take these little X's. We're going to take these little X's right here in our black ink. And we're going to just kind of stamp along the bottom of our card base. Perfect. And there is card number 2. Now you see I didn't do that with card 1, and I will go back. Oh goodness, got ink all over my new tabletop. All right. We will I will go back and do that, but I really like it with the zigzags down at the bottom. All right, that's card number 2. Let's move on to card number 3 so we can wrap up. I know I'm right on the hour. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, we got this. All right, so here is card number 3. Everything is ready to go. This was a lot of detail cutting, but I enjoyed this card. All right, so we're going to take our pumpkin pie base and we're going to fold this over. We're going to take our bone folder Give it that good crease. Now what I want to do, instead of getting it already on the card, I'm going to take my designer paper and I'm going to just build from that and then go, thanks Dora. I'm going to build from that then and go from there. Okay, so we're going to put our tree on here. And I'm going to go ahead and get this layered. Hello to those that have joined in after we've started. I appreciate you for being here. Make sure you go back to the beginning and watch it because I did get some announcements and things like that I would love for you to make sure you hear. All right, so we got that. Then we're going to do our little fence. I've got it already. Now, I am going to use some of the liquid glue. This one is the, let's see, what's this one? This is the fine tip liquid glue that we sell. And hopefully I don't make a huge mess with this. And I hope my thing's not clogged. I don't use this one very often, but I didn't see my green glue. Nope, it's not clogged. Perfect. All right, so it's coming out. It's very light. You're probably not going to see this in the video because it is really, really light there. So I'm just putting a little bit through here. All right. Now we're going to pick it up and put it on our card base designer paper right at the bottom of the tree roots. All right. Perfect. All right, now we are going to take our circle punch. This came from the I want to say it's the 2.5 circle punch. We're going to put our adhesive on the back of it. And this is going to go right in top right here. We have our haunted house that we're going to put some glue on the back side of it. All right. And then this goes right at the top of the fence line into there. All right, now we have our bats, and I'm going to put mini dimensionals on the bat, and I used the right in the center of its body. All right. Come on. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our bats over here in the trees. All right. Then we need to make our label. And on this one, we're going to do Happy Halloween. It does fit, but it's really close. So just hang tight. And let's do this. Happy Halloween. I'm going to stamp it right onto. All right, I'm going to have to pull this close to me. So I may go out of the camera, but I will be right back. Because like I said, it's real close. There we go. And I just wanted to make sure I got it correctly in there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we need to take our sponge dauber, our blending brush, and our Granny Apple Green ink. And we need a piece of scrap paper. Okay, so this is a piece of scrap. And what I did is I took my sponge and I dabbed it in. I'm rubbing off And then I'm going to rub onto the corner, giving it just a little shade of green. And I do that on each end. All right. Now we're going to close this up because that's the only time we use the green. Put the blending brush up, put that in the trash. All right, so now we're ready to put our dimensionals. Put our dimensionals here so we can put this down. We got one more, guys, and then our projects will be over for tonight. I know I'm running a little over, so if you have to go, I totally understand. But hopefully you can hang with me just a few more minutes. All right, so I'm not quite sure what happened to our other bat, but I'm going to leave it off. Right there's a bat. I don't know where this bat is, so we're going to move on so we can get this done because I know it's getting close. I know it's my bedtime. Plus, this is light pumpkin. All right, we won't do, I messed him up. So we're going to just have he's going to have face paint on him. I know I'm getting ready for bed. My husband's what I was going to say. I know my husband's ready for me to come downstairs. He has not seen me since Friday. So I know he's ready because I come straight in for my weekend crop. And I had a church meeting. So he has not really seen me, so I know he's ready. All right, so let's get wrapping up. Trying to see, let's color this greeny apple green. I got my colors mixed up, so I'm off track, but it'd be all right. He's still gonna be really cute. All right, so we're going to put him down with the adhesive. And this goes right here. All right. Now he has a little pumpkin pail. So we're going to put our adhesive on it. And then this is going to go right under his hand. Just like that. How cute. All right, let's put the top, if I can see it. There we go. All right, let's put the top back on that glue. Get it off of the desk. Okay, there is project 2. Now what we've got to do is, real quick, we need to take this and put on our card base. And this is going to go straight on the card base. Just like that. Okay, now let's do project 4. Last one. Thank you, Dora. Last project. This one I really, really love doing. Had so much fun. It is a treat bag, okay? So basically, I've got it all together here. We are going to go ahead and do our stamping real quick on the tag here. We're going to say the no tricks, all treats. It's going to be our label. This thing right here, this project is great for co-workers, anybody that you want to give out treats for. So I'm going to put some adhesive on here. This is really good for anybody, not just trick-or-treaters. All right, and then we're going to take it and we're going to slant this and put it on just like that. All right. Then what I did is I took my designer series paper. I need the paper trimmer because we have to score this. All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way. We're going to take our score, our Stampin' Up thing, and we're going to score this. And we are going to do 9. And I am going to take my score. I'm going to say this was scored at, let's see, no, we're going to score it at 9. Okay, and then it is scored again at 5.5. All right, so there is my score marks. Oops, sorry guys. Hit the camera. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take this as my pumpkin pie, and I'm going to take the top part of my designer paper, and it goes on this card base. And I'm doing that because this is made out of our designer series paper, and this just gives it that extra sturdiness. You don't have to use it, but I am using it. So we're going to take this then, and this folds directly up just like that. So basically you take your designer paper then and you fold it in half to make your card. And then you're going to take this and you're going to fold it down to give it that pocket. You're going to hook this down with tearing tape. All right. We're going to take our tearing tape then, and we're going to stick it on the side. Now make sure you get as close to the edge as you can, because you're putting your treat inside, so you want to be able to give it that width to be able to put your treat in. And then you're going to pull this off. Come on. And then you're going to fold that back up. And I took my bone folder and I pressed it down really well on each sides here. Then I took my adhesive and just did one lap up there to fold it down to keep that fold down. Okay. Now you have a pocket that you can put a treat in. There you go. And that treat, here is a goodie bag you can use that goes in there. So you can take this, and I don't know if it'll go with the tag or not. I may not be able to use this. But you can take this and, yeah, no, this is too fat. But what it does go in is the little Reese cup. It will slide right in. Okay. I got too much candy in my other bag. So real quick, let's finish this project up. So you're going to take your tag here, and you're going to just put your adhesive on here. And then this is going to go on the bottom of our treat bag. Okay. Then I took our ribbon that goes with this bundle. It is Petunia Pop ribbon. I took this and I wrapped it around the whole card here. and I tied a bow over here in the corner. If you're not a bow tire, you can tie a knot in it. That works too. Don't stress yourself out over a bow. Bows are not for everybody, and I love bows. However, they're not my favorite sometimes. So we're going to try this one more time, and if it don't go, we are going to tie a knot and call it a day, because your girl is tired. All right, so we're going to tie a knot real quick. That's going to be my first thing to make it tight. Now we can tie a bow. There we go. All right. Plus, I like to keep my videos at the hour mark, but because we did the scrapbooking at the beginning, I went over. But I want to tie that in with my videos. So, I won't be replacing my card videos, though. I may go on just to do scrapbooking layouts in a video, but we'll see. I got some ideas coming, so just hang tight. All right, guys, so here is that, and then the treat goes in there. I only have one treat, so I can't do another treat, but we need to put our embellishments on here. But I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you for supporting me. And I hope you have enjoyed our wonderful projects tonight. So let's move this one since it don't have candy in it. I will put this out because this is another little treat that you can do. It's got all kind of candy inside of it. That is another thing that you can do. But here are our projects for tonight. Let me get them. All right, let's take this out, put that there, and then here is this project. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad y'all enjoyed. Thank you, Dora. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would be glad to help you. And if you caught the middle of the video, make sure you go back and see the beginning so you catch all the announcements. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate it. And I will be back live on Wednesday morning for Coffee and a Card and more fun projects. See you then.